Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So, after doing a few of the chapters, I've decided to go back and show you some of the secrets that are available in the new IDA area. So far I've found 3 secrets, and they each yield a bronze award and a few chronostones as well. So they are completely optional, but, you know, if you're a completionist like me, or you just need a few more chronostones to summon that next AS Mighty, then this one's for you. So, in this particular quest, you need to find 4 magazines, and that way this android can be trained by the student to do a skit. So the first one's obvious, it's right in front of you. And all the rest of them will also look like a purple flashing glowing orb. Now in this case you can see the Japanese wasn't fully translated, so that's the second one. And there's the third one. So you can see I've left the map up to show you where each location is to make it easier for you guys to navigate. And now we have all 4. So we can show him one at a time, and he'll incorporate all the information into the android and train it. And then you'll have a treat to see what the final skit looks like. Again, I'm sure some of you have discovered some, if not all, of these 3 quests. If you notice anything additional that I haven't done, feel free to leave a comment in the in the comments below, and maybe I'll have to chase those down. Otherwise, hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Again, I have Patreon as well if you'd like to support me that way. So, unfortunately, you do have to show each magazine one at a time, so it does take a little bit of time. But, you know, when you're gaming, you have all the time in the world, right? Okay, and finally, we're going to show the weekly workout. Alright, so just showing the android how to flex. Again, when you read all 4 different titles, it's incomprehensible how all 4 titles would result in a interesting skit. And you can see the android is having some trouble retaining all the information. He's almost glitching out. Alright, so we get to see the final product at this point. So I'm just going to sit back and let you enjoy the commentary. I found the humor to be slightly dry, but again, Another Eden does have a few tidbits when it comes to humor, dark humor, sometimes a play on words, a little sexual innuendo. I actually appreciate these kind of hints at humor because it livens up the conversation a little bit and doesn't make the dialogue so dry, being that we can't skip the dialogue. And I know a lot of you may have complained in the past about not being able to skip dialogue, especially in dungeons or maybe boss battles and so on and so forth. But for me, I find it only a minor nuisance. It's not that big of a deal. And if at all, I do try to read through everything. Okay, so you can see we're at the 3rd magazine that's been incorporated, and now he saved the best for last. This part with the zipper is quite hilarious, actually. Okay, actually I was incorrect. This is now the last one. And this is the Paranormal magazine. So even the android was able to mock him and the lack of interest from his audience. And now we have the grand finale. looks like the android doesn't agree with what the boy is saying. Uh-oh. And that ends the first quest. Okay, so here's the beginning of the second quest that I found. And if you talk to this guy, he tells you about some weird dressed people that are wandering around the main square area. So if you go to the medical realm first, you'll see a group of 3 people, and if you talk to them, they don't really say much. But again, being that they have exclamation marks on top of them, you know that it may be something significant. And so that's how I usually try to find out whether or not something is going to be either a side quest or something that you can do. So remember to always talk to everyone in the city or as you come across. I know it's not part of the battling and the main story, but you know, every kind of hidden little thing is like almost like an Easter egg for everyone. So you can see there's a single hooded figure that looks similar to those 3. And so we're going to chase this guy down in this area. And so when you catch him the 3rd time, he's going to finally give up and confront you. And so here we get a free key item, a Scarlet membership card. Okay, so now his outfit is off. It's actually too bad that we didn't get to have one of those outfits ourselves, because that would be pretty cool if we could put it on and maybe just shift our own uniform. That'd be really neat, instead of being able to shift to another style, to just put on the hooded cloak and you know, just wander around town like that. So you can see the membership cards right in our key items there. So when you go back to those 3 hooded figures, you can present them with the membership card. Now, I only showed it to them. I did not deny having one, so I'm not sure if anything happens if you do deny it, but let's be honest, we want to finish it up. So, looks like initially these 3 guys didn't want to accept you. And again, they're just rambling on about some drink that's super popular. Not sure if it's a play on words or maybe a reference to some current pop culture, either here or in Japan, where there's a really addictive drink. But anyways, you can see they've had a change of hearts because they don't have that many members, and they're going to initiate you into it. So if you look at the theme song, I am sure that almost all of you will recognize it. Jesse, James, Team Rocket blasts off with the speed of light. Surrender now, or prepare to fight, fight, fight. I hope that gives you a clear indication of where it comes from. Alright, and this is the last side quest that I found. So in it, you can see an old man, and again, I was just wandering through town, and I found him and I spoke to him. And notice that he didn't actually have an exclamation mark on top of his head, so there was no way that you would know that. Anyways, so once you talk to him, he runs off. And unfortunately, he leaves something on the ground. Anything shiny, you of course should pick up and grab it. And you can see it tells you directly to go to the lounge, which is in the central part of this area. Okay, so there's only a small area to explore here in the Clock Tower Lounge. And again, notice that some of the other side quests do coincide with here. Both the Star Mark scraps and one of the previous quests. So if you haven't gathered all 30 star marks, you can definitely check out my other video, and it will explain how to get all 30 and to trade it in to get a special weapon. and some collection bonuses, just to, flesh out your weapon collection. Anyways, after you've spoken to the people in the Clock Tower Lounge, that man, you come back out right outside, and it'll talk about Yurlin, which is, I guess, just some sort of pop idol in Elzion. And again, I'm sure this is a reference to some other pop star, but I didn't catch it. This actually is a little bit of a reference to ID8 Part 1, because in ID8 Part 1 they also had some secrets, and I believe you also had to find out about a famous person as well, who worked at the school. Okay, so if you head back to the medical realm, you'll see the old man again that you bumped into initially. And it looks like the old man is actually Yurlin. I guess he's using some sort of holographic device. People who are of my generation will probably remember the cartoon Gem. And I think in the 90s or early 2000s, they had a remake of the movie Gem. Basically, a pop star who was able to use a holographic, I guess, image to kind of conceal her identity and be a very big rock group. Anyways, you can see the shocked look on Suzette's face when she saw indeed what happened. And so initially the old man tries to explain it all away, but let's be honest, you caught him red-handed. And you can see he tries to explain why he's doing this. And let's be honest, we all want a little bit of fame and fortune, right? So at this point, he's telling you to please not reveal his secret. And again, in IDA Part 1, there's also a side quest where you get the choice of revealing someone's secret or not. So, the schoolboy initially that you, I guess if you had talked around town, there was someone who was interested in this Yurlin from earlier in the quest. And you can choose whether or not to reveal. In this case, don't ask, don't tell. So I did not reveal. And I'm sure if you guys do choose to reveal, you'll see a different storyline. But at the end of the day, you'll receive 1 bronze award, whichever way you want to do it. So I always choose don't tell. Let me know in the comments below if you do choose to tell, and see what happens. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.